So my little board is almost ready to go with the HX Stomp. Did a lot of MIDI programming today. One thing that's changed, I was planning on using my Friedman or my OCD to save a block on the HX Stomp, but it's super noisy. So I'm not going to do that. For this demo, I'm using the OCD block preset. But essentially what I've done, I got the MIDI controller working, the Basilisk, from one control to do my looper. Didn't have to change anything. It worked fine for the Helix, and it worked perfectly right out of the box for the HX Stomp. I was a little concerned because the HX Stomp's looper is a one-button looper, but they still give you all of the different controls in MIDI, which is yay. Line 6, that's awesome. Got the Morningstar MC6. What a great device. The interface for this is really, really cool. Essentially what I've done is I've got this preset here called Jam Night, and I'm not using any snapshots at all. I'm using the Morningstar to turn on and off blocks as needed. So right now I've got my rhythm set, which is just some reverb and the distortion. When I go to the lead, turns on a boost compressor to give me some lead tone, and I turn on the delay. And then when I go to the clean, basically just turns off the distortion block, turns on the chorus block, and that's it. Reverb block's on all the time. So now I've got three sounds. Not using any of the snapshots at all, just using the Morningstar. So I'm going to use the top bank, D, E, and F, for changing parameters on things if I want a longer delay or if I want something, and I'll show you how I did that right now. So one thing to look at when you're doing this, I set up this spreadsheet over here and kind of mapped out the CC numbers that I'm using. There's a bunch of them that are open and available to you. The first one is the Voodoo Lab Control. I'm using that for my AB switch. It's custom made from Bright Onion pedals. It has a stereo input and a mono, either A or B output, and I use that for my double neck guitar to switch necks automatically. I had that wired to a stereo output. So I have that set for command CC80, value 127. We'll turn it on, which is what I want. So I just wrote that in the spreadsheet just so I know that that CC number is being used. Then I went ahead here and I assigned all of the blocks to various CC numbers using 90 and above. And this is a great interface here from line 6 where it tells you that, okay, the tube comp block is 90, compulsive drive is 91, 70s chorus is 92, and the vintage digital is 93. So doing that ahead of time made it really easy to program the Morningstar over here. So I have 5 messages going when I press the button for clean. And what happens is the first one here is 80 to 127. So that just makes sure that the A channel of my AB box is set. I have that on every preset. Then the next one is 90, which is the tube compressor. I have that set to 0. So you see here I made a note, 0 is off. So it makes sure that the tube compressor that I'm using for boost is off. The next one is 91, which is the compulsive drive. So that is set to 0 or off for this, because again, if you look, we're on the clean channel here. And then the next one here is 93, and 93 is the delay. That's also set to off. And the next one here is 92, which is the chorus, and that's set to 127, so that's on. So you can see as I change these presets, the different blocks go on and off. And then I'm going to use the other messages. I still have 3 other messages I can send to do parameter changes. So it's working pretty good. I'll probably use snapshots as well, but this took me less than an hour to kind of figure out. So I hope that helps people, and enjoy your stomps.